Alright guys, it's Stephen and Phil here back with another video. We're looking at more kits, and this time it's the absolutely gorgeous collection of women's kits that have been announced on International Women's Day by Nike, and they're so nice. Basically, if you didn't know, the Women's World Cup's coming up in June. Is it June? Was it May?
I think it's June,
yeah. And basically, Nike and Adidas as well have both gone absolutely overboard on stunning bespoke kits for the women's teams. And today we're going to look at some of the very best ones of the Nike collection, because these are gorgeous. Phil lost his mind to these. We'll start with France, shall we?
We'll definitely start with France, because this one, if you haven't seen it already, it's superb. The thing about this one is it's just so interesting. I've not seen a shirt like this at all. It also reminds me a lot of a really good France shirt from, I think it was 2012, their away shirt, which was that white and the black stripes. And this one, I mean, it's almost as good, if not better.
Why is there not more polka dot in football?
Yeah.
It's class. I know people will say, some people won't like polka dots and men wouldn't like polka dots, whatever. But I think that is absolutely beautiful.
And I love the socks as well. The socks are polka dot, which is absolutely brilliant.
Look at that. The home kit's nice as well, you know.
It is.
I like it. It's actually clean.
Yeah, really good shout, because the home kit is slightly different to the men's kit. I really like that colour that they've got on the crest. So yeah, really good. And it continues with Brazil's kits there.
The away kit is gorgeous. Look at that pattern.
Superb.
It looks like when you search your Photoshop textures on Google and those geometrical, very pleasing patterns come up. But for me, by far the actual it still stole the show is the Matildas, or the Australian women's kit. This to me is just like, it's what football kit should be. It's fun to me. This actually is like the Nigeria kit of last year, but I think it's better, and that's just my personal take. I think it's just like, it looks like a painting in terms of something you'd have on some kind of Art Deco kind of thing, and that is just so nice, Phil.
It is, and you know, it's one of those kits which looks great from the back. You know, how many times have we said a pattern? If it doesn't continue on the back, it looks bad. It looks really good on this shirt, the way it comes around the back. It also is a reference to a previous kit, Australia's famous 92 kit, but this one, you know, granted it's maybe not as intricate as that one, but actually it's probably better, I would agree.
It doesn't have to be, I think, overly mad,
It doesn't. It feels like you say, is that freedom, a bit like that Nigeria type of design, where it's just completely out there, and it's obviously it's a unique design. It's something which looks really good in the colour scheme, and it deserves the levels of hype that the Nigeria.
Do you think because of and with all due respect, the lack of attention on women's football compared to men's football, do you think the designers have had a bit more free will in terms of more of a place to kind of just try things? Yeah,
I think that's a fair point.
A testing bed for them to try stuff.
Exactly, because you see it in a lot of teams, and especially when you compare to the men's kits. So we've just mentioned Brazil. Look at their away kit, their men's away kit. And it's considerably less interesting than the women's kit.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think with Australia, again, the same story. I like the Australian men's kit, but the women's one is far more interesting.
It's just another level, isn't it?
It is another level, and it's interesting that, you know, a lot of these women's kits, you know, it's very much kind of, it feels like the lessons have been learned from last year. And last year was a really good year, but, I mean, this is a step up. It really is, and hopefully, you know, I mean, certainly for myself, I'll be watching the tournament a lot more, and I think that's the best thing that they could have done, really. Yeah,
well, essentially they've drawn attention to the tournament. You know, you're a fan of the Chinese kit as well.
Yeah, I mean, this one, and we referenced the infamous black away kit, which never got released in the end. It got pulled at the last minute. This shirt, which is very similar, and I actually mistakenly, I originally thought this was another dragon pattern. It's actually a phoenix inspired design, which I really like. And you see it on the crest there. There's a dragon and a phoenix on the Chinese women's national team crest. This shirt, really good, interesting colour scheme. You know, not to everyone's taste. It's kind of grey and orange thing.
Yeah.
One person on Twitter referenced the famous Chelsea kit when Ruud Gullit was there. Which
I remember
that colour scheme. And I like that. That's a good shout. You don't see it a lot, but really nice. I like that we've got some returning kits. You know, the Nigerians, New Zealands of the world. Oh yes, Norway as well. Really nice gradient design.
That's the gradients once again done well. It's the gradient, but it's also the texture at the top. It goes into the red that makes it just so classy looking. Like I don't. It's like, I remember, I think Iceland's kit at the World Cup, which was just really bad. I know it's not the same, the Scandinavian country. I remember thinking that was terrible, like creativity, and that compared to the creativity. And this is just like, beautiful.
That's the thing with those Iceland ones. It was that when you looked at it closely, it didn't look very good. So you're right, the Norway one, the women's kit looks really good.
These just a bunch of beautiful kits. Any others worth mentioning there? New Zealand's just nice and
Yeah,
crisp and clean.
Yeah, I think obviously there's a lot of returning ones. I like the USA's kits, and similar kind of thing to England, where the home kit relatively understated, but does a really nice detail on the shorts. You'll see 3 stars on the shorts. The away kit is a bit more interesting in terms of the design, but yeah, I mean there's lots of good kits. You've got South Africa there. I mean, in general, you're right. Pound for pound, it's a better set of kits. Really exciting.
What do you reckon in the comments below? Is this a better set of kits than the men's World Cup kits from last year? Because these are all genuinely beautiful. Like there's creativity, there's distinction between all the kits as well, which is most important to me, because they can be creativity and they can be samey at the same time. But these are all unique to me. They all look gorgeous. There's new ideas. More of that, please. Genuinely, football's more interesting when the kits are more. I'm wearing a very old Manchester City shirt, which was bold, and at least it was a mad kind of colour scheme, and it became iconic for City fans because it was a little bit out there. And in general, I'm not saying it's anywhere near as creative as some of these, but people like vibrancy, I think, with kits. You've got the opposite. You've got like this pale.
That's funny. Yeah, this is literally as white as you could get.
But in general, at least it's memorable. For the same reasons. But anyway, guys, let us know what you make of that, and don't forget we did a video yesterday on England's women's kit, so go check that out, and also on the Adidas kit launches for the Women's World Cup as well. Anyway, I'm Stephen. This is Phil. Make sure you subscribe if you're new, and we will see you soon.